This week on the show, we're featuring Amethyst, citrine under the microscope cam. Not a nightlight, it's Tony's chocolate bar on Why'd I Buy That? 9 new jokes, and please avoid safety precautions. I hear that books are great at solving crimes because they're usually on the case. Let's start the show. Who isn't partial to a nice piece of amethyst? It's got some zonular color. The color's down in the one corner, or more in the one end, and it's like, hi Colette, hi Kiwi Claw, how's it going? But it's kind of nice because the color wound up being on the whole like curvular back end of it, and so the point where you would expect there to be less color is where the less color is. That kind of helped me decide how I was going to shape it too, because usually at one point or another in the gem shaping process, there's going to be about 30% of the gemstone that's going to get ground off. A lot of that's the outside. But there's this point where you got to pick like 15% to knob off of this side or that side or something. And basically in the next video is where you'll see me decide what's going to get knobbed off. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Boom. Shh. Boom. It's kind of a I think there's a kinky circus coming to town. Kind of confused. Some people are. But the music is great. Looks like candy. I know, right? You know it's a good gem when you want to eat it. Getting the microscope ready. So I was thinking, Colette, amethyst, and most quartzes for that matter, they weigh about the same as a piece of glass. It's kind of expected to weigh about as much as you would expect it to weigh. Topaz, on the other hand, is heavier. Sapphire and ruby, by extension, ridiculously heavy per cubic measurement quantity. Where am I at? I'm around here somewhere, right? Watch this. Hold on. Gotta scroll and bam. Hey, what's up? Alright. Check this out. That is about the size of the gem, and I kind of like how I rounded over the bottom because it flashes in and out like that. And then I left the center a window. You'll see me actually kind of smooth it and make it a little bigger instead of trying to get rid of it. Because if you look on my Instagram, there's a picture of it on this spoon. And the window is where it attaches to the spoon, and it also highlights there's a texture inside the spoon. And so that will be like, you know, a necklacey thingy. And then I got a couple pieces of citrine in the mail. Yeah, look at that flare on that. That ought to be a good piece. Candy, don't you just want to eat it? How you doing, Fall Dog? How's it going, man? I got some jokes for you. If you don't like one, you might like the other. And if you don't like the other, you might like the one. Or Both of them. Probably both of them. They're both great jokes. Just like you. You're great, peoples out there in the chat land. Cheers. Gem juice. Lemon balm and caffeine. Let's microscope cam it. What is up, brother? Brother, man. I should take singing lessons. That's it. We're starting to GoFundMe. Jacob's singing lessons. Only the donation to the GoFundMe isn't for money. It's for time. Because that's what I need a lot more of, is some time. I cannot substitute basil. Although, that would be kind of nifty. Booyah! Let's go over to this thing where it's the other video. You can see me knob it. Knobby, knobby. Knobby, knob, knob. Boom. Alright, I want to say it's this top area here, because this area has more thickness, and this is the thin zone up here. So I kind of rounded it over, and I was wrong. The color zone is across this back edge, mostly, through the center here. And it's kind of thinner here, and it gets thick, and thick over here, and then it gets thin back up on the other side. And I had to get rid of that chip too. That chip was not very easy to get rid of. I mean, I was cutting out so much stone just to take that chip out of there. Wound up working though. I like this gem. Where's the... There. Not even showing anything. There we go. Yeah. So that chip would have been back here, up along this edge. And I just barely took it out. And then made this kind of turned edge here. So that way when it hangs on the pendant, it kind of gives that flare as it goes across. I gotta be honest, as I make gems, you know, I cut the gems to make them beautiful. And my typical style is unique girdles with large playful facets. But as I make jewelry, I start to feel the desire to shape stones designed for the jewelry piece. Not just your standard sparkly blinkles, because that's what a lot of modern jewelry is. It's buy these parts and plug them together. Kind of like electronics, you know? And it allows the value to be standardized, which makes the piece more of an investment piece. I mean, if you're spending $50, who cares? But if you're spending $5,000 and you're gonna, you know, pass it down through the family, you want it to be able to be easily appraisable. Otherwise, it's just kind of like an art piece, you know? So I'm thinking more along the lines of like where the bulk of it is designed around something and then it's got something special in it. Kind of like if you buy a really nice house and it's got a really nice car that comes with it or something like that. Or like when you buy, you know, a car or like a truck and it comes with a boat. It's a lot easier to assign the value to the truck than it is the boat. So that is the amethyst with its splays and its shapeness. I like the shape of that. I'm happy with it. It turned out happy. Excellent color. I agree, Fall Dog. That is some beautiful amethyst. And amethyst is so hard to shape because of the color zone in it. Did I? Actually, I don't think I showed the color zone. So if I shaped it like this, it would give an even deeper purple. And maybe I could even get it to where it's on the blue spectrum. It depends on how you turn it. Because you can turn it for a bluer or a more redder purple. Like more of a grape versus an electric purple. And it's so small at that angle because of the way that it cracks. But it was still dark enough to give a good color at this angle. Sometimes I can actually show them, but I think they're pretty well hidden. I got that color spread around pretty good. It's easier to show the color. I'll just show you on this other piece over here. So this is kind of how the purple happens. It's in these stripes. Yo, Twisted Roots. No freaking way. There he is, the man himself. Dude, has a week gone by already? I can't believe that happens. I gotta get you a pack. Actually, I'm supposed to go to New York on the 29th of August and perform there. I should stop by your guys' place on the way back or something. Or actually, we should make it like more around harvest time. That would be awesome. But anyway, these stripes is what I was trying to show. Is, you know, so they're layers, right? And what I got to do is turn it so you can't see them. But then you lose a lot of the stone, right? Because the angle is like this instead of like this. The top of the stone is now this part. So you've got to like draw this line across it. And so it's a lot smaller than being the whole big old top of this thing. So it's like this with the stripes. And then you turn it like that and you get more color. True story. I'm actually going to bomb this out. I'm going to leave the stripes in it. That's one of the fun things about cutting my own gems. I can make the rules. But you see how this side up here, it's got like this crack. It's like a formed crack, but also if you notice in the part that I've shaved, it actually is a crack. So I'm going to take that off, and it's going to be kind of bomb shaped. Kind of coffin shaped, but I'm actually going to make it more of a bomb drop. Because it's thick down here, and it's got color, and then it's got the stripes at the top. I'm out here, IPM, and then I can't read the rest of it. IPM-ing, gotcha. Because there's like a heart emojitron. You know, I don't know if I'm sending you the heart or you're sending me the heart. It's probably both, man. You're cool like that, and I love you guys. You're amazing. I hope things are going well up there. And this was the citrine that is all flashy, and it's got like the top of it. And then this is a citrine piece that's nice and clean. It's got this black speck in it that I want to look at. Okay, this is another example of color zones. So here's what's cool is that you can see that the stripes, the same stripes, they're orange instead of purple this time. So it's not baked. It's more coming from the rust. Like this piece here, if it was baked citrine, it would be brown on the top on this point near the natural facets. But the color is actually towards the dirty spot with all the cracks and poorly formed crystal that I'm going to have to cut out, and it's not going to have as much color as it should. Oh, it's so hard to cut gems. But yeah, you want to get the color to hit these sides so they flash around like that. And that flash, the better quality crystal, the better quality polish. But the better quality crystal, the better you start out with. And then the polish, it's up to you after that. But the quality of end member grade or the point crystal like this is really, really good. You can see just because I haven't even worked with it and it's already flashing out like that. Bling, bling. Who's got some bling? And it's kind of like this one is so thin I can't really do that. But I got a similar one where I cut an amethyst into an ice cream cone shape. Not this ice cream cone, but another one. And I'm gonna kind of do that with this one. So, nice point on the yellow one, bro. Dude, let's check out this black spot. This could be like a fossil or something. I thought it was like, something sticky was on there, but it's not. It's down inside of it. All right, that gem is close. Next is where I kind of get rid of that chip. The next video. So what's y'all doing after? Nope, that's not the one. Doing after this. I got to show you guys a video of Margie's geodes. So I tell jokes. I know, you guys know. It's a thing, it happens. And I love you all. You're very forgiving. You come back every week and I still tell jokes. There's that spot. It's probably like a fossilized mosquito. We're going to zoom in on it. But anyway, I go tell jokes at this place called the Broken Saddle, and Margie gave me some geodes. Wow, that is definitely feathery. What is going on with that black spot? Look at that. It's definitely some organic or like... Man, I mean, the way that it's all like feathered out, it's like a fiber, or it's like it's revealing mineral paths because it doesn't reflect the formation pattern of quartz. So what I'm gonna do is smooth it over and polish it, and we'll look at it without all these striations. Oh, that is wild. And it is like, it is way up on that side of the... It's not really on the other side of it, is it? Yeah, we're getting down to this side. Okay. Yeah, it's closer to the top of this side. It's not very deep in there either. I mean, we're pretty close to the surface on that piece of... It does kind of look like a mosquito, doesn't it? Oh man, we're about to discover dinosaurs. This is crazy. Or it could be magnetic. I mean, there could be some magnetism involved. Twisted Roots was talking about that. We should check out his channel after this. That's what we should do. But okay, so the Broken Saddle, I go there and I tell jokes, right? And Margie gave me some geodes to cut. She's so sweet. And so I actually was going to put this stone on a necklace for her because, number one, she donated some gems to the show. So I got to give her something. And number two, I mean, she's always helping out all the comedians, right? Giving us a place to tell jokes. And then number three, her geos didn't have anything in them. And I told her that. I did. I was like, there's probably not anything in these. See how they're sedimentary and there's no like hard, smooth zones? And I mean, I want to be hopeful. The evidence wasn't there. But they're still cool. They're cool nodules of sedimentary rocks. Maybe it's a bug. It could be. But you can see the pics on my Insta, and I'm going to show you the videos of the geodes here in a moment. But I got man, I am bad at like ruining it. I shouldn't have told you guys what's in the geodes. I should have just let the video reveal it. Maybe there is something cool in there. So I bought a Tony's chocolate bar because I was like, okay, if I'm going to do some TikTok shorts, I can teach myself how to do the stuff. I can open up and I can look at the stuff and I can poke at things and I can spend all that time and decide how I'm going to do it. I can also go and look up a YouTube video, and I'm pretty sure a YouTube video called How to Make a TikTok Video is probably going to start with, don't forget to like and subscribe. So instead, I found a local comedian content creator, David, the autistic man of mystery Cunningham, I believe. Gotta get that right. I gotta get him on here. Anyways, he's he's a cool guy, and so I was like, hey David, you post movie reviews on TikTok. Can you just run me through the simple method of making a TikTok? You know what? He made a really fun TikTok. I did not know what he was trying to capture. I did not see the artistic vision, and the whole experience has me thinking about myself as a character on the video, because he put forth such this awesome character, and there's this part where he's like running alongside these shuffleboard things, and so that's why I want to give him a shout out and post his TikTok, and I'm going to show you guys his TikTok here in a second. But it's also why I bought a Tony's chocolate bar, is because we were going out, we were playing some shuffleboard, and I went and I got a shirt, I think, because I didn't have a shirt, so I needed a clean shirt, since we're gonna go make a TikTok video. And so while we were there, I asked him if he wanted a shirt. He said, "Nope, I got one." But he's he's such a funny guy. So I was like, "All right, let's go get some chocolate." And so there's all these chocolate bars. Which one did I get? Well, I said, "Hey, have you ever had a Tony's chocolate bar?" No, he hadn't. And I was like, "Well, what one? What do you like?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. I like all chocolate." So I was like, "All right, we're getting the everything bar." I got him a Tony's everything bar because it's got like toffee and pretzel and almond and sea salt and chunks of nougat or something. I don't know, a whole bunch of different stuff. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good chocolate bar. And that's why I bought that. And have you ever bought that? Have you ever bought a chocolate bar? Which one did you buy and why did you buy that? I mean, there's a lot of chocolate bars there. Why did I buy that one in particular? Was it the color? I think there's something to it, because when I gave it to him, he said, "This feels like a Wonka bar." There's something to that. I mean, it is actually, so it's pretty close to the same price. It's like $1 more a bar than the other bars. It's like a $5 chocolate bar, but it weighs over twice as much. So it's really like buying $2.25 chocolate bars. Anyway, it's pretty good, and it's good quality chocolate. It's actually what I preserved my raspberries in this year, courtesy of Marie. She mentioned that if I wanted to save my raspberries, I should put them in chocolate and then freeze them. So I did that, and we'll see in a few months how they do. I mean, they passed the test. I froze them, I thawed them out, and then I ate them, and it was good. So we'll see if it can last, like 6 months in the freezer. Going to click on a TikTok video. Let's see. Oh, his TikTok is David Madworld. Okay. All right, let me highlight it. Able to do things sometimes. I thought I had, actually, I thought I had the, oh, there it is. Okay. It's on the live scene. Boom. Bam. Okay. There we go. Where is the video? This is it. All right. And now I got to make sure that the desktop audio is functioning. So this is the video he helped me make.
I challenge you.
Can you guys hear it?
Jacob, I challenge you.
I choose shuffleboard.
Okay, Jacob. Are you ready? Alright.
I didn't know what he was
What are you
doing, but
doing?
he's like, action. And I'm like, what?
Ready.
Stupid. So this is all him doing, and then he said, record me. And he's like, look at that. Who doesn't want to party with this dude? That's all him. He dropped the phone. It was funny. He picked it up. He was like, alright, there's the last one. And here's me trying to look cool and screwing up.
Oh my. 50 to 5. No beating me. Oh god. One more point and you'll win.
There's the point.
Jacob, I challenge.
Frickin' David. He's cool. So anyway, that's why I got that Tony's chocolate bar. Is for David for helping out with teaching me how to make a TikTok video and make it pretty cool. I thought that was fun. And that was a good memory too. Gonna show the geode videos. Alright, where are we at? Here's geode video number 1. Way zoomed in. Alright, let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. Zoop. Yeah. So Margie gave me this sedimentary rock, and I was like, you can see all the grits. It's all grits pushed together. And they get pushed together into a force center. And it can be really hard. And there can be a mineral center. But there's no smooth zone. And, I mean, I'm not necessarily an expert, but I do have experience cutting these things open. And, this one resembled one that I've cut open before. But I will say it is a really cool rock. I tried to pick it. It had kind of a lap zone, so I thought it had like a weak area. Ah, it's so depressing. So I was like, all right, we'll cut her a thing and a gem and make it into a necklace. Here's the thing. She's like, I'm like, what's your favorite color? And you know what she says? She says what everybody says. Purple. Everybody picks purple. And it sucks because amethyst is hard to cut, which I was explaining in the microscope portion. It's so hard to cut because so much of my amethyst has those zones, and it's like I'm either going to have this tiny little piece with great color, or I'm going to have this big piece where it's all weird. This one actually turned out pretty good. I'm pretty proud of this. I hope it's, you know, cheers her up since they're geodes. May or may not have something inside of them. We don't know yet, right? We're building an intrigue. Is there anything inside the geode? Is there? Is there? We don't know because Jacob didn't ruin it yet. That's why if you're just tuning in now, you can not scroll by. Oof. I wondered about trying to polish it a little bit, but it's also kind of hard to polish a sedimentary stone. You can polish the little grits, but as you polish down, the grits come loose, and then you got pits, and so you have this never-ending thing of pits and grits. And the grits are the pits. Well, the grits become the pits, and the pits become the grit. Yeah, I was making a joke. The joke portion's coming up, so you guys have been fairly warned. And there is the geode. Sedimentary rock nod. Also, this is another sucky thing I just noticed. I don't think this video caught for the next one for sawing. It just shows the inside. Because I screwed up. It did not go. Yeah, see how it has the cracks through the center? It means it's kind of weak in certain areas. It was just kind of holding together, and it probably started rolling down a hill, and that's why it's round. But there was no like solid, smooth zone, solid sheet area. You never know though until you get them open. I mean, this is kind of a larger, spaced out area, so there is like a mineral center that made it harder. Looks cool anyway. Yeah. Oh, it's cool to be able to see what's inside of them. I was like, oh, we should put some hinges on them. You know, you could hinge them apart, or just mount them on the wall like that. Just have a nice pair of geodes on the wall. That'd be so weird. But thank you to Margie and the Broken Saddle for donating the experience of opening the geodes. I'm actually going to be performing there on Tuesday, so I'm going to be taking her geodes then, and hopefully I can get this little old amethyst thing stuck on that necklace and run on out there. And hopefully she won't be too disappointed that her geodes didn't have anything there. So, anyways, that's about all I got for the show, except for a joke or two. How's your guys' this week going? Do you have any questions about amethysts? About poorly written jokes? About, suggesting how I could improve my joke delivery? Oh, speaking of which, a lot of jokes, they work off of the funny words principle. I'm serious. I got so many funny words, and I was like, I'm just going to write this line with the funny word at the end, and it makes it a joke. So here's the first one I wrote is, like I went to the army. I thought I was going to be jumping out of planes, but instead they made me a haberdasher, which is, you'll hear that, and it's like funny. But let me try that sentence again. It's not a funny sentence. It's a complaint sentence, but the word is funny. I went to the army. I thought I was going to jump out of planes, but they made me a haberdasher. So I could change it up and I'd say, I went to the army. I thought I was going to jump out of planes, but they made me a janitor. Which, I mean, it's not as funny. It's not as funny of a word. Or, um, I went to the army. I thought I was going to jump out of planes. They made me a mailman. I mean, it's not a funny word. Haberdasher. Haberdasher, that's a funny word. What other words did I have that were part of the funny word list? Sausage, spanking. A lot of them are plump, vibrate, bongos, portly, pumpernickel, noodle. I love the word noodle. Goose, roughage, baggage, bustier, barnacles, bouncy, puppet, pancake, shawl. Shawl is the new one. A recent addition to the funny words list. Books are great at solving crimes because they're usually, books are usually good at solving crimes because they're usually on the case. Okay. Do I don't know if this is anything. It's it's a note I made, and then actually, here's the wrong part about this. Have any of you guys been to Aldi's? Because I looked up, and apparently Aldi's is only like halfway across the country. And I don't know, Aldi's, it's kind of like a Costco, like a Walmart, but like smaller. But I was like, I mean, I didn't I didn't know what to find at Aldi's because it was like I thought that, they were going to be all D cups, but I did find some nuts. You know, I found all these nuts. Nah, there's nothing there. Moving on. That's why I didn't write anything from it. If I make a mistake at karate, do I have to yell hi-ya when I face palm? Hi-ya. Wouldn't want to do. Okay. Slow week. Promise. Speaking of slow weeks, I realize I don't like getting out of bed. I mean, I really don't like getting out of bed, and I think it's because my clothes are uncomfortable. And my blanket is amazing. I think I'm just gonna walk around with it on. You know, the Romans had it figured out. No, these are not my bed sheets and duvet. These are my robes. I think that, I don't know, I like that one too much. It's about the character who delivers it, right? Speaking of characters, there's this guy, he's really cool. His name's Fred, and I go and I buy my 2 liters of soda pop from the gas station because they're on sale. And I walk up there and I got my 2 liters and I put them up there and he scans them. He's like, "Do you want these double bagged?" I'm like, "What are they, my side piece? I'll just carry them out raw dog." Not sure if that yeah. All right. So that was basically the bulk of what I've got. And I have a lot of jokes from like a while ago that I should be doing. Man, I don't know. I hate to leave you guys on that, but I have been talking way too long. Hey, Gorilla Bean Popper! Ron Weasley made it. Herd nuts. I'm here. Oh man, you guys are the best. You guys are freaking amazing. I love you guys. Thank you all for showing up and showing love and I hope you all have a wonderful week because you deserve it. I'm gonna see you guys next week. And I'll bring you more jokes, I promise.